so we can't pass. In the Philippines, sometimes traffic can be stopped by the oddest things, like a cow or a couple of cows, making the road impassable. Oh no, what do we do? It's the cows.
What's up? Hope everyone is doing well. Scott with Scott's Journeys here, and today I am talking about driving in the Philippines for foreigners, or from a foreigner's perspective. Today I want to share some of my personal experiences about driving in the Philippines, how I feel about it, what to watch out for, some of the do's and don'ts, and if you have any experience in this and you want to add it, drop a line in the comments. I would welcome that and love it. So let's get into it now. Okay, so first off, I want to say that this is a requested video from Helms Jordan. She is a Filipina that lives in the Philippines and is married to a foreigner that doesn't like to drive there. And she thought it would be interesting for me to make a video from a foreigner's perspective on driving there. So Helms, this video is for you. Thank you for that request. And guys and gals, if you have not checked out Helms Jordan's channel, you should do that right after you're done watching this video. She has a wonderful channel. I love it. Thank you, Helms. So first, I want to talk about my personal experiences going to the Philippines. I have been to the Philippines on many trips before. But on all the other trips, except for the last time, I have always relied on taxi cabs to be my main form of transportation, and there is nothing wrong with that. But on this particular trip, we decided, and we is Rose and I, she is my sweetheart, and we decided we wanted a little more of a backpacking type adventure, and we wanted the freedom to just go travel whenever we wanted, go wherever we wanted at any time. So we decided that renting a scooter was going to be a great way to do that. And I tell you, renting a scooter in the Philippines is really cheap. I think I paid like $7 or $8 a day US, which is a great deal. And that by renting the scooter, that freed us up to have a great experience. I would say it's like one of the best experiences of my life on this last time in the Philippines. We rented that scooter most of the time. I mean, when we traveled, we had everything on us. So if you do rent a scooter, my bit of advice is to travel light. I had a backpack most of the time. That backpack was right between my legs as I was driving. We had a suitcase that we would strap to the back, a small suitcase, and Rose had her backpack, and a lot of times she would either be wearing that or have that strapped to the suitcase that we had strapped on the back of the bike. And that's how we got around. And it was cool. We had a great time. I would highly suggest if you want to do that type of trip, it's different. It's not like staying in a resort hotel or anything. I mean, you could do that. You could travel from resort to resort. We stayed at a couple of resort spots, but most of the time it was like, hey, we're going to travel down the road and go check this out. And wherever we ended up, we'd find a hotel and we'd stay. And I tell you what, it was a trip of a lifetime. So I'd suggest it if you ever want to do that. It was really, really cool. But there are some things to watch out for when you're driving in the Philippines. Now, driving here in the U.S., I have had some experience driving in larger cities around different places, different states. I've drove in Miami, Tampa. I've been in New York, drove in New York. And so I have a little bit of experience driving in lots of traffic. And there in the Philippines, if you are in a major area where there is a higher population, you will run into some traffic, and it can seem chaotic at times. I'll tell you that right now. You will hear horns beeping. People will be passing you on either side. A lot of times in real heavy congested traffic, 2 lanes, they turn it into 4 lanes. And traffic lights, remember this, in the Philippines, to me, at least from my experience, traffic lights seem really just to be a suggestion. Most all traffic lights that I came across in the Philippines were treated, it didn't matter if the light was red, yellow, green, whatever, it was treated more like a 4-way stop. So that's something to watch out for. Another thing to be aware of is you will hear horns beeping all the time when you are in traffic. And here in the and that can be kind of like startling, because here in the United States or in the US, when somebody's honking their horn at you, it usually means that they are pissed, that you probably cut them off or done something wrong and they are mad at you. It's not really like that in the Philippines. I mean, yeah, if you cut somebody off, yeah, they'll get mad at you and probably honk their horn. But most of the time, when people are beeping their horns, they are letting you know that they are around you, that they are getting ready to pass you, to watch out for them. And I suggest when you're driving, you do the same thing. If you're getting ready to pass somebody on the left side or the right side, because there it doesn't matter, beep the horn. Let them know, hey, I'm coming around you. Here I am. That will help keep you safe. One thing I learned here in the United States, I have a motorcycle also license, the motorcycle endorsement. In order to get that in the state that I live in, I had to take a motorcycle safety class. In that class, they taught me one thing that they said: pretend when you're driving your motorcycle that you are invisible, that people around you can't see you. That is really a good bit of advice, because you start to drive a little more defensively, where, hey, just take it for granted that they do not see you, and you have to watch out for them, stay out of their way, keep from getting hit. When in doubt, beep the horn so they will know that you are there. We have a saying here in the States: loud pipes save lives. There, the horn, I think, can save your life. Beep it. Let them know you're there, especially if you're going to come around them or you're driving between cars. Now, something else to talk about. If you are on a scooter, and even if you're not on a scooter, if you're driving a car, be aware of scooters. A lot of people, that is their form of transportation there. But unlike here, there, they will pass you on either side. When you come up to a traffic light and everybody stop, scooters go around you. They go through the traffic to get up to the front. It is just how it is there. Just expect that. That's just the way it is. So you'll find if you're on a scooter, you'll probably end up doing it too. That's just how they get around, and an accepted practice. So passing both sides, scooters move to the front of the line. I think if you're on a scooter, you will get to your destinations a lot quicker than if you're in a car, because you just drive around everybody. It's just the way it is. So you just got to expect that and know that. Another thing to watch out for is people. There is a lot of pedestrians in the Philippines, and they are crossing the roads, not always at crosswalks, and they will literally walk out in front of you and expect you to stop. And so you got to watch out for them. You don't want to run anybody over or hit anybody. So just be prepared that, hey, I need to watch out for people, and stop and make sure that I can stop, not going too fast or anything, and I can avoid hitting them, because when they cross the street, a lot of times they just walk out and cross the street. So watch out for that. Watch out for pedestrians. You don't want to hurt anybody or get hurt. Something else to know: if you are coming out of a parking lot or trying to get on a road and there is a lot of traffic, bumper to bumper, cars, scooters, trikes, everything around you, jeepneys, you have to kind of be patient. You need to stay focused, be a little aggressive, but be safe. A saying there is, if you hesitate, then it's too late. If you see a little opening, you just have to inch your way in there and go. Otherwise, you'll be sitting there all day waiting. They'll let you go. They'll let you in once they see you coming, and they'll let you in. You just have to go for it sometimes. Just be safe, be patient, stay focused. I tell you what, if you're driving, you don't want to be talking on a cell phone or texting while you're driving there, because man, things can happen fast and you will get in an accident. So stay off the phone. You should do that here in the US too. You hear me? I said stay off the phone. But that is just a good rule of thumb here, and a good rule of thumb there as well. In the Philippines, you will see many different types of vehicles. Sometimes vehicles that you wonder if should even be safe to be on the road. If you're around those vehicles, watch out for that. But also, you'll see like one of their main forms of transportation is jeepneys. Jeepneys are these small little buses that run routes around the city. That I tell you what, if you have never been on a jeepney and you're in the Philippines, you should take one, because it is a fun experience. It's different mode of transportation. It's kind of like one of their mass forms of transportation. But if you are in traffic and there are jeepneys, know that they are going to stop and pick people up. So watch out for that. And if you are passing or try to pass on the right side instead of the left side, or and they're stopped, there could be people walking towards the jeepney to get in. So just watch out for that. That is definitely important, something to watch out for. There is also buses. They have bus systems too. Watch out for those. A lot of cars, but I tell you, one of the things that I saw the most is people on little scooters or motorcycles, and they will just pass you and go to the front of the line. And so that is, I would say, one of the biggest pieces of advice I can give you, is just to watch out for others. Pretend you're invisible and that you have to stay out of their way. Honk that horn, let them know that you're coming through. They will honk the horn too and let you know, and just be respectful. And I think you will do fine driving in the Philippines. So that is my perspective, a foreigner's perspective of driving in the Philippines. I hope that some of the things that I told you are useful, and I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to hit that like button, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. And don't forget to go check out Helms Jordan's video or channel right now. If you have never been to Helms Jordan, you know what? I'll put a link below. Go check it out now. Now that my video is done, you can go check out hers. Hey, I'm Scott with Scott's Journeys, and I am out. Thank you so much.